Yeah. If I'm playing BAP here, definitely my heal priority is going to be your Sigma and your Zen. And then after that's the Torbjorn. Yeah, Torb's dead. That's unfortunate. I wouldn't worry about trying to heal the Echo. She has a Harmony Orb. Jumping out in the open is very dangerous versus Widow. Maybe not on Switch, but you'd get super punished.
Well, and you don't know what they're running yet either. Like,
yeah, that's true.
this map earlier today that happened. I should have killed a BAP playing Bastion, but I tried to move this up a little bit.
You should be feeling for your Zen right now. You see the Zarya walking straight for the Zenyatta. You healed him. Might be just situational awareness then. I'd be playing way more back, like behind some cover, so you can jiggle
even on that high ground.
Yeah, it would not be crouch jumping either.
Because if he was up there, then he could see who's low a lot easier too, and probably would have been able to heal his Torb there before he died.
Yeah. Being on the high ground might be a little bit dangerous versus the Widow. That's why I was just like, you could just jiggle peek behind the boxes or where that mini is, where that little shield wall thing is. You could just jiggle peek for healing, and you'd be protected mostly. But you should definitely not be jump spamming if they have a Widow.
Yeah, it's so predictable, especially on BEP, because it's a huge arc.
Yeah.
Go high ground here. Yeah.
High ground here is fine, just until like you know for sure where the Widow's at. And you're jump spamming again. Especially now that they have walls, that's super dangerous, so don't do that. I would be taking pop shots. If you're not healing, you should be shooting the primary. Yeah, your gun should just be constantly doing something. Even if it's shooting shield. If you're not healing, then you should be getting engaged. You hear the Hanzo on your right. You should, yeah, there you go.
Worry about the Echo. They have wards.
Immort's wasted right there. It's fine.
Even if you're in Immort,
well,
you know, it's still better to take cover. Like, you didn't have to go down in the open. Because he wasn't doing anything with it. If he was, like, taking that position to heal better or something. But just kind of stand it there.
And forgetting about the Hanzo or just ignoring their existence was the reason you died. Because you got hit twice, body shot with the Stormbow, and then the Fire Strike killed you. I think this is more of situational awareness for flankers. You see your ball's critical, you should be healing him. Wasted immortality on that. No one was pushing him, so you could have just healed him for free. And I definitely would have stayed on high ground, and then healed down onto your team.
That just eliminates a couple threats, like a Reinhardt.
Yeah, definitely can't touch you with Reinhardt there.
Oh, you just got rid of his ult? Oh, he's on Lucio, okay. They switched and swapped back. Just a touch, probably. Oh, wait, they won that fight.
It wasn't exactly necessary. I think he just wanted to switch off the BAP. Your whole team was alive, so it wasn't really for the touch.
I don't think Lucio's really that great. It's fine. You just kind of, you just read it here. You don't have anybody you can enable on this team. Like, you don't need to speed a McCree, Torb, Ball and D-Ball already are fast enough.
And ambushing them.
Yeah. Shit on their Zen. That's about it. Wasted amp. Go speed your Torb. You're done.
Yeah, you got 2 people in spawn. Should at least be picking up your Mercy.
Yeah. Oh, leaving the Torb. 5v6, alright. If you went earlier, you could have got him. It'd be an even fight here.
Wasted amp again.
Yeah, amp is such a long cooldown.
In the neutral, you, especially, no matter what character it is, if you're in the neutral, you want to try to hold on to as many of your cooldowns as possible. You're not actually in a team fight yet, you're just poking each other, so there's no point using your cooldowns. Yeah, wasted amp again on yourself. You go plenty fast enough just with speed boost on, you don't have to amp it just for yourself. Yeah, you're still in the neutral, both teams are just poking each other. Your McCree got 2 picks, so you guys can chase. Now it's speed boost and amp in there. With your Diva and your ball. That's just fun. Nice, got the DMAC.
That amp's fine, but chase him down.
Yeah, this is fine.
Bagging.
So you don't really know what you're doing on the neutral, but during the team fight, you seem to be fine on the Lucio.
You need to save beat for grab, probably. You're on Somber now, so if you wanna go for EMP, that's fine. Pretty difficult, so I'll hide for that. But the safest bet would be High Noon or grab, or even High Noon. You can die out of a lot of times.
Yeah, and then full tracking the EMP if you can, because you could always. The smart move is always hiding your EMP.
Beat that. That's fine. That's a safe move. They're gonna kill you though anyway. They use 4 ults. Not much you can do.
Yeah.
If you knew they were gonna grab bomb, then I wouldn't do it because it's just gonna kill you either way. But you know, if you do it anyway, it's not that big of a deal. There's no way you touch there. Get out, get out, get out, get out. He's feeding.
It's just reactionary. Yeah, no idea. Yeah, it's a bit of a feed. You can't really go in and on their backline anymore because of their Sombra.
You're right.
So
Depends on how the Sombra's
I would just
playing,
get off.
yeah.
I would just get off Lucio.
Because you have nobody you're enabling on your team, so the main thing you could have been doing was Reddit onto their Zen. Make his life hell. Right.
Focus some Mercy.
Unless you're just playing for stall, I guess. You have ball, Diva. Only be wall ready more. Get up to high ground here. Yeah. Be safe. If you're low like that. Just playing on the payload.
Just doing chip damage that does nothing really. Just building your ult. Because Lucio focusing tanks down doesn't really do much of anything. You can't boop Azario with her bubble up.
Speed out, yep. Right when you hear...
Don't heal out. You should be speeding out.
Right when you hear high noon, just amp speed. Might not help you get out, but it could potentially help somebody else get out of it.
True. Yeah. Don't amp heals out, because you're so exposed, there's no point. You're better off just trying to speed out and getting away.
So for stalls like this, you want to go for supports, 100%. Sombra's okay, I guess.
Could be.
But here I'd be going for this end. Like just shooting cards and anything. That's bomb.
Big bomb. Stallable. Stallable. I almost denied. I think you're even now.
Should win
you guys
this.
are up. Yeah, you guys should win that. Nice.
They're going for stall now. Lucky.
Focus
Not
on
much you can do there.
Focus on Mercy. Nice. Almost.
Yeah, just keep going for it. Do not leave your Mercy. They choose that. There we go. Free. Good.
Nice.
Kill the ball instead of begging. Boop him away. Or no, somebody else is on. Lucio.
Infinite stall switch.
Yes, sir. Just switch things. All hacked. Got another
res in
multi-core.
front of your team. That was ballsy. I mean, you were in the safest spot. If you were on the other side, you probably would have died, because High Noon goes from right to left. You're all the way on the left side, so shooting at your teammates before it got to you, and then he died.
Initiating match.
This is pretty sure this was the guy that asked me how to backwards wall ride as Lucio. So.
Nice. Turn
Didn't
it
know that
on.
was a thing.
Alright, we're on Anna.
Fighting for what you believe.
I like it, I like it. You're gonna be mostly the one that's in charge of healing your ball unless you're on health packs, so you need to be mindful of that.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
There's nothing I haven't seen before. Stick together. We will complete our
And then
mission.
your Mercy will be taking care of the DPS unless there's one that's kind of like away. So focus on healing your tanks. The Echo's gonna be a huge threat unless your McCree can pop off.
Attackers incoming.
Okay. Doesn't look like you have friendly aim assist turned on.
Yeah.
Definitely something you should be
Wasted
having
nade.
turned on. Yeah, nade was a waste.
Nade's not a replacement for missing shots.
Definitely. Yeah, I don't think you have
Wasted
friendly aim
sleep.
assist turned on.
Oh yeah, so since you didn't know about backwards forwarding, it might be something you doesn't know about. Go into settings, go into Ana, turn friendly aim assist up to make hitting your heals easier.
Yeah, because on console, there's aim assist for enemies, but for Ana, they give you aim assist for your teammates. But you have to actually turn it on. 'cause it's
Wasted
off
sleep,
by default.
not gonna hit a Valkyrie Mercy. I mean, maybe
Hitting yourself is
1%.
okay there.
Yeah.
Get back in the fight.
Your sensitivity is like way too high, I feel like. Either that or you're overcompensating.
Yep. Right now he's just heal botting. I'd go on bridge where your McCree is like a while ago. Just go for a nade.
Go
Yeah,
for
see,
it.
look at this. It was wide open for
No,
a
I
nade.
would have went for the nade instead of...
Just free nades right there. Peek it, nade. Fall back if you're pressured.
Get in there.
Really dangerous. You can nade right there for free. Sleep on?
Sleep.
Oh, you missed.
Well, I like that you actually used your ult because nobody else on your team did. Just holding ults for next fights. Don't know why. Like that.
Back on BAP, that's fine. I thought you did the best on BAP so far. See the Echo flying, you should be taking pop shots at her on the right. Break turret.
Trying to kill them out of clone is huge here. There we go.
Oh, you wasted immortality.
Yeah,
They're full
definitely.
HP, you didn't really need to do that. You hear the Echo still on the right. You need to be mindful of that. Try to take pot shots. She doesn't have a
Just
pocket.
farming in the back line right now, I think. McCree back there. Paying more attention to audio cues for sure.
Yeah, like, it gives you so much spatial information. You should just really try to pay attention more to that. People should just get melted here. Should have waited to use your AoE heal.
More?
That's fine. Save yourself. That's a really good spot you're in right now. I would stay there. Echo's one. I would kill her. I would have stayed where you were. Yeah, now you're stuck in the bolt. That's fine. Yeah, if you can stay on a high ground off angle, that's like the best spot for Baptiste, because there isn't really anything that's going to be a direct threat to you unless they look at you, and then you're not going to die on cart, really. Or it's not going to force you to die on cart. This is fun.
Shoot the Mercy instead of the Kree. It's a minor
Yeah, but that Kree wasn't really a threat because their Mercy was on the heal beam. That McCree had a damage boost, I wouldn't have ego peeked. You know they're right above you. That's a bad
thing.
one.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Looking at the ground. Especially if they're up on high ground, you need to be
Behind you.
unfortunate.
Could have mortared sooner, right when you heard it. Especially when you know it's behind you.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would have mattered.
Someone's looking out for me.
Yeah, that whole fight, I would have been on like the back high ground where your ball is right now. Now we can look down at your team and across at the high ground. You don't want to have to split your attention from looking down and looking up. You can look down and across. That's fine.
Yeah, I feel he's playing Bap like a Moira. We're just hugging your tanks.
Yeah. And you'll be taking the off angles. Flash. Pretty good care. Unfortunate. I would have went left there. I would have just not even gone right.
Averting personality. Echo online. Lock on my target.
It's not over yet.
See if he pushes it by himself and feeds. Oh. Thanks for that. Shifted way too early. Yeah, you're using your AoE heal at the beginning of the team fight. You should be saving it for the mid fight. Now you guys got Orion, so hopefully that helps. I was feeding. You guys should be pushing it on that. Yeah, you shift there, you used your AoE again before the fight even started.
Push up here, the Zen.
Here.
Yep.
Go up them. Your ball might die. Help him, help him, help him, help him. That's a good immortality. Ball just fed, I think. He needs to get out. There you go, it's fine. Alright, you can hear them coming up high ground.
Let them up.
I still won that. Yeah, I don't know about that window.
Yeah.
I could have gotten in a better position earlier. Try to figure out which chokes are coming through. Use it where your whole team can use it. I don't know. 'Cause if you're gonna do it solo, you should have like a good line of sight on a couple people that you should be able to kill pretty easily.
There is a bunch of people behind you, I think.
Oh, high ground, fidget spinner here.
Yeah, absolutely always be on high ground. You have vertical mobility for free, you might as well use it.
My turn.
There he is looking for it. That's fine. They're full HP. I'll try to take pot shots. There we go. Focus Mercy down. Nice. Bad immortality.
Yeah, didn't hit the people on grab.
Dropped off high ground again for no reason. You need to stay up there unless someone's shooting you directly. Go back on high ground.
And again, with a nade, it's kind of the same thing. Like, don't use your AoE just so you don't have to shoot them. Like, just shoot them there. Well, high ground, so you won't get them in.
Just kind of like a blind. Well, that's fine. Save your run right. I'll be on high ground.
Window,
Still.
just because.
Yeah, also, window high noon is pretty good because when the McCree is high nooning, he only has to wait for it to halfway charge and it'll still kill the squishies.
Lot saver. Window immortality. UC club.
True.
Yeah, positioning. Just like everybody ever, hold high ground more.
Oh.
I
Hold
guess-
high ground more and don't waste your cooldowns. Especially since that's your only AoE that can heal yourself.
Mhm.
And
What was his other healer there? He was playing the Mercy. Okay. Yeah, so if the Mercy wants to be pocketing or something, not worrying about you, they would heal yourself. Don't worry about your other healer trying to heal you.
Yeah.
Um,
You're using your AoE at the beginning of the fight, and you're not getting value from it really. Oh, and then the Ana thing is definitely just go into the settings and turn on your friendly aim assist.
yeah. Do you like how he was unscoped most of the time, or would you have scoped him more?
I usually do like a 50-50. It also depends on what my tanks are playing. Because if
Only
I'm
family
if I have
team's
a
running
Renzar
too.
team, I'm just unscoped the whole game.
They're running like a couple hit scans or something. You might like yeah, say more unscoped. But if they're running, let's see what they were running at the beginning.
There's nothing I haven't seen before. Stick
Uh,
together. We will
Pre
compete
Echo.
on this.
Yeah, maybe don't want to scope in a whole lot against an Echo because then they can just throw balls at you, whatever.
Yeah, let me see what they were playing.
Pre
Yeah, you
Echo
have double
versus
off tank, and they have a Sigma. I probably would have played just more back as Anna and safe essentially, because you have nothing to hide behind. You shouldn't be pushing cart.
Also going high ground more for nades. Like that one time he did take the spot I'm looking at here.
Oh yeah, he tries to sleep and he drops off high ground and then he nades himself on cart.
There's like 4 people he could have naded, or even just got a couple really easily. They just has Sigma to shield it, but you're above him. So Diva eats it.
Yeah. And this is like a trap. I feel that a lot of mid-ranked supports play or supports fall into is needing to be at 100 HP the whole time. And
100%.
using
You mean?
your yeah, like
100.
it's okay if you're not 100 HP. Don't nade yourself if you're not in an immediate threat. You can wait for your mercy to turn around and heal you. I'd rather use
Oh,
my
for
nade.
nade. I thought. Okay, okay. I see. Yeah.
Yeah, or Baptiste. I did it earlier while we were playing. I would rather save my AoE heal and go get a health pack or ask the other healer to heal me as opposed to using it just to heal myself.
Mhm.
It's such a waste, and it's on such a low cooldown or long cooldown.
So then Lucio. Think about team comps matter so much for Lucio. If you have somebody you're trying to enable in your team, like a Reaper or even just Ryan Zarya, thinking with them. But if you don't, like in this case, all Diva, they both have mobility on their own. They don't need you. Bree doesn't need speed. He just sort of plays on his own in the back. Same with Torb. They don't need speed. Just that's a perfect time to be red at Lucio if they don't have anything that can just shut you down completely like a Sombra.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
they
like
do,
a small window to Reddit Lucio.
if they do, then just go something else.
But even then, it was dangerous because McCree, Diva, Sigma, like
I guess, yeah. Depends on where
to get into their backline.
where the McCree's playing. But McCree was going for a lot of flanks, so I don't know if they were really staying with their supports a whole lot. I think that Zen probably would have been free. But
Yeah. But even then, it didn't last long because they swapped the Sombra, and that pretty much shut down anything that you could do in the back line.
and then with stalling as Lucio, at the end there, target priority, go for sports. Because if you're trickling in like 1 or 2 at a time, you're not going to kill a tank. So he did focus Mercy down once, I remember
Yeah.
doing that more. Be good.
But before that, he was trying to frontline.
Right, yeah. When it was like at that last corner or whatever. Other things I thought of, like, he wasn't really redditing, but if he was when they had Valk up, then you would want to back off, obviously, because you're not going to kill anybody through Valk, especially on Switch. Then playing more with your team. Instances like that. Beats were fine against Grav, but they used a ton of vaults. I don't even know if he got another beat. Yeah, alt usage. And your Zarya, that was probably fine. Just wish your team probably would have been more ults at the beginning of that fight. Could have had a chance to win it. Windows weren't really great. You want to talk about a window properly?
Oh yeah. Definitely have a plan for window. Just like if you would have a plan for like a Genji blade or something. Like I would, if you're on high ground, I would corner peek and try to see if there's people that are either exposed or someone that you can one tap. Because if you window, you can triple headshot someone and kill any squishy. It's also good if you see a Mercy that uses her Guardian Angel. So if she Guardian Angels out into the open, you can window yourself and get the pick on the Mercy pretty easily, and that's a good trade. Even if it's a solo kill, it's almost always worth it just to window and get the kill on like a support.
Yeah. but I don't know. Is were really if you got much value out of them.
Yeah.
There was
can't
that one
really-
second point where he did it just because they're trying to cap that point, but
Yeah.
it was only him shooting through it, so it wasn't like zoning anybody off because they weren't scared of it. And the only people you could really shoot at was like the McCree with a pocket all the way on the other side of the map. And even with window, you're really not going to do that much damage against him anyway. Especially when he has a mercy with him, so
Mhm.
I don't know. Use it when you have somebody caught out instead of just using it to use it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. And I think one of the biggest takeaways too is try to focus on audio cues. I'm not sure if you play with like a headset or whatever, but there were times when things were either behind you, above you, or like next to you, and you didn't recognize their existence.
Yeah. I can't think of anything else.
Aside from that, it wasn't too bad. It was pretty decent.
Yeah.
Just turn your friendly aim assist on Ana on or higher,